Good evening, and welcome back to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Today we're going to be joining Saint Thicilus once more in his quest to become ever more powerful and ever more full of delicious, delicious prisoners. That's right, we eat them, we just don't tell anybody. We're going to chase down some sea raiders today, we're going to do some more quests for the sturgeons, we're going to make a little bit more cash, and we're going to complain about Bannerlord modding, because god damn it, it is a nightmare sometimes. This game is on version 1.5.7. The actual base game's been updated a few times since I started this series. After months of just almost nothing, the developers have suddenly, kicked it into gear. Maybe my very aggressive introduction in the first episode spurred them on. I'm sure they watch this 100 view content, sorry. Anyway, I had a small problem with the game crashing repeatedly, which pretty much made it impossible to record this week, so sorry for the delay in episodes. It's pretty much resolved now from what I can tell, but it's not a complete washout just yet. Everything is working, but we'll see for how long, right? Let's have a look at our army again. We have our 4 companions back on the horses. That's good. Actually, no, are those my companions? Or are these guys just traders? We have a Highland Rider, an Aserai Caravan Guard, a Free Rider, and a Highland Rider again. Okay, yes, so indeed, they're bandits. We also have some horse archers we picked up at the end of the previous episode from some recruited troops. As you can see, our army of archers makes short work of pretty much everything. Unfortunately, they do tend to kill people rather than knock them out. But as you can see, there aren't many maces among our men. We've sort of got a couple with our heroes and their mallets, and that's kind of it. So as it stands, we kind of have 2 options we can go about aiming for in this episode, I'll say. We can either go down and mess with the Vlandians and try and get involved in a few battles and maybe pick up some real soldiers in the process. However, as mercenaries, our men are going to get used by the AI if we join in a group battle, which, as I'm sure you can guess, is a bad thing because it means they're probably going to get slaughtered. The AI is not very smart in this game. Alternatively, we can continue up north into Sturgia and start messing around with the Khuzaits. That is maybe... Let's take a peek down here at what's happening. I'm kind of on the fence as to which direction to head in at the moment. One of our companions did just gain a level, which is pretty cool. And there's a tournament here in Varchek. I need to start fighting a lot more of these to start building a little bit more renown and a little bit more cash. Army of Poachers is actually, I don't know what that accent was. Army of Poachers is actually a decent quest. We can gain some archers from it, and as you know, I'm all about them archers. We are currently injured, so maybe we should do that after this quest. Yeah, let's do it that way. And now, of course, the eternal decision. Do we fight the poachers or negotiate with them? We heavily outnumber them this time round, as opposed to last time, where we were much in the minority. And we can pick up a poacher of our own. Haha, wonderful. Okay, great. So that actually gives us just a tiny little smushkin more power in this battle. Let's fight them directly. It is unfortunately at night, as so many of these quests are. You think the game would know that, these days most of your notoriety comes from YouTube, but I guess not. I'm going to pretty much just allow everyone to advance. That should pace them out quite well. In fact, you know what, why don't we just go ahead and head into the RPG view. The RTS view, sorry. Where are our baddies? Here we go. There's 18 archers, so we've got to be careful on our approach. I'm actually going to set my soldiers, not to follow me, sorry, advance, but get into a shield wall. I don't want you guys getting smacked. My horse archers should approach and skirmish. My cavalry should just charge in. And we should be okay for the most part. We've lost 1 malicious spearman, which belongs to the enemy. Again, I'm not particularly worried about getting kills here or experience. My men don't really have much in the way of troop tree. What we want to do is knock them out, and it seems like the enemy has kind of just slaughtered them all. Yeah, in fact, we got one poacher got knocked out in that entire engagement, which, it's a bit annoying. We could have run them down, but I'm not on a horse, and without me mallet, there's not going to be much knocking out happening. It looks like we didn't actually get the recruit there. That's a shame. It's okay. We got some gold, and that keeps us our heads above water just for a little bit longer. Okay, we are not at full health, but we are going to do our best to make a bit of cash in this tournament. I've bet 500 against myself, as is practice, and hopefully, unfortunately, actually, we have a spear, which is really not the ideal weapon. I want to get this guy's axe. Thank you. Much rather use that. Okay, our hardened brigand needs to stay alive. We're kind of lucky in our teammate that we've gained. There we go, Urian is gone, and our brigand is down too. We should have no problem dealing with this guy. He's only got a spear, but we are somewhat low on health. We came in with 80%, so not a perfect start by any means, but for whatever reason, the spearmen don't seem to block against one-handed weapons when you're paired up like this. I think the AI kind of just expects you to continue using your two-handed weapon, and then, you know, when you don't, you know, it works out well for you. Okay, so this time we actually start with the axe, which is ideal. Let that horseman waste his shot on us, and we're going to want to pull in... Oh, that archer's dealt with. Excellent. Oh, I always swing from the right, I just sort of preference, and I always end up hitting my own men or their shields. Okay, well, we can deal with one horseman without any problems. I think we haven't lost anyone. It would be good if we could pick up a shield. Not a shield, sorry, a spear. Now I want the spear. Game never gives you what you need, does it? Oh, okay, that was a nasty hit, but thankfully it looks like it went up the shoulders and not the head. So we are still up and moving. As you can see, we are in desperate need of some new drip. We are currently just leather-bound gimps, and we would want to be steel-bound men. That's the plan. Okay, so St. Nicholas versus a militia archer. He'll be no problem. This hardened brigand is... that's a well-armored unit. And the heroic line breaker that is terrifying. I'm actually not going to bet, just on the off chance we don't win this one. I've sunk 1,000 gold. If we lose that, that's okay. I was really hoping that the brigand would be the archer when I saw I had a bow, but it looks like that's not the case. We've already lost him, and I'm not going to be able to beat this guy. Oh, okay, maybe I can. He's on his own. Oh, I'm going to have to be quick. Oh, I hate blocking single-handed. Okay, strafe and strike. Oh my god, we actually did it. I am in awe. That was... I was not on equal footing there. Okay, can we beat... You know what, I'm gonna make 2,600. Let's... you know, let's not be silly with the gambling here. Okay, this is a spear. Can we switch positions? No. Okay, pressing X does nothing, unfortunately, which means that this is gonna be a poking match, which, as you all know, I just love. Okay, let's see if we can't aim higher, though. Not get him in the leg, where he's armored. Let's get him in the head, where he isn't. There we go. That steel helmet... Oh, is that a leather helmet? No, it's a steel helmet. Did less than I expected. Okay, well, we actually won, and that gave us a new helmet, which is pretty much just what I was talking about. We made 4,100 off that tournament. That's 2,600 from the bets, and 500 is the base price you earn. If you just win without betting. Whoops, accidentally paused the recording there, but we're about to get involved in this field battle. I was also just saying we should maybe go to Vlandia and harass their villagers. It's a good way to get Empire peasants, or Vlandian peasants in this case, which gives us more crossbowmen. Okay, so let's help Asta's party out here. We are 1,123 people versus 381. I don't think we're going to lose, but just to be safe, I'm going to allow my troops to be committed to the battle. We are going to do this one first person, of course, and just watch how things play out. Do I have control over my men? I do. Okay, I'm actually going to get everybody just to follow me. Yeah, this battle's too large to really control on any scale, and of course we are very slow on foot, so we're just going to run forward and see how much fun we can have with this one. Yeah, I think I'll just keep my men close as sort of a bodyguard. Who's with us? Do we have any of our... Oh, we go. There's Rosalind. She's here. Hello. Do we see Nogan somewhere? I see a looter. I see a Sea Raider veteran. And yeah, Nogan's here. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Do we have all of our... Yeah, and there's Urian the Rugged. Okay, so all of our companions join with us. I guess maybe they get first pick. That would make sense. Okay, the battle's actually not happened just yet. There's no casualties, but... Our archers are beginning to shoot, which means that we are closing in on the goodness. And yes, the battle has indeed begun, but I think as we crest this hill, we'll be able to see what's happening. Let's put away the shield, maybe that'll give us just a little bit more speed. Doesn't look like it has. Yeah, we gotta grind that athletics, it's not working for me. Okay, there is the Vlandian army. They are very intelligently taking position on that hill. That is excellent high ground. Make maximum use of their numbers like that. We should probably have the shield running forward though, and let's throw in a few knives. We should have enough just sort of mass here to hurt these guys. There we go, we got a hit in. Unfortunately, oh, another shot there. Excellent. And it was it was friendly fire. Both times it was friendly fire. Whoops. Okay, well, let's go in with our shield and our mace. Maybe we can knock out a few sharpshooters here. That would be excellent. If we could just get like just a few Vlandian peasants, I'd be happy. And we're just too slow to really get engaged here. Everyone's faster than us. Even the Vlandian peasants are faster than us. Like, I can't even chase those dudes down. I won't make it. We can, however, charge directly at the reinforcements. And we've got the high ground in this position, which is amazing for us. Okay, excellent. 29 damage, 40 on him. Vlandian recruit in the pocket. Okay, took a hit there, but we're going to want to be careful. Okay, let's get out the mallet and start swinging. Okay, we're going to do overhead strikes, because we're going to be less likely to hit one of our own people. There we go. Strikes coming in. Very hard to see with all the banners. I need to learn how to turn those off. I don't actually know. I'll look into it after this fight. Okay. Swings coming in. Excellent. Vlandian footman down. We've gotten 2 hits in. Not too bad, considering how terrible our athletics is. I didn't think we'd even get here in time to be involved. We are currently behind the enemy line, so we need to be very careful of that. Not very unexpected, I suppose. We can control one of our men. In fact, why don't we? Yeah, let's take control of... Oh, we're Rosalind. Well, Rosalind's got a mace. Rosalind can do a little bit of knockouts here. Looks like the Vlandians have actually pushed back the assault. Very impressive. Well done on them. Now, they're decent troops. They're decent troops when they're in large numbers. Let's see. Yeah, they've got... they start with a lot of shields. The Sturgeons, they suffer on the shield front a little bit. Okay, Rosalind's actually got the athletics to sort of just outpace these dudes and swing from the sides. Unfortunately, she did go down there, though. Who are we now? We are currently playing as Uncertain. We'll have to see when we get a kill. Someone with the mace? Is this Nogin? Oh, it's Nogin, yeah. Okay, come on in, buddy. Let's get a nice swipe there on the heads, going through multiple parties. I think, unfortunately, our athletics is too low to outpace these men. Now we got a Levy crossbowman there. He was, for some reason, engaging in melee. Guess we were just a little close. Is this a looter? It's an Imperial recruit. What are you doing on the red team? Oh, betrayal. I see how it is. Despite, heavily outnumbering the Vlandians, they have put up an incredible fight here. We're going to want to get some of these troops. Jesus. That's impressive. Okay, we're currently playing as, again, Uncertain, but this man moves. Ooh. Ooh, this is what it feels like to be powerful. That's the good stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and... I'm being a little too reckless. Let's pull out the shield. Let's switch over... Oh, he doesn't have a sidearm. Interesting. What's the point of the shield then? You can't use it with your weapon. Oh, okay. Well, Vlandian infantry's on the floor. Let's grab ourselves a sword. Okay, that way we can kind of, protect ourselves. But the battle, it seems, is primarily over. Let's see what's left on the map. Yeah, we got a couple of cavalry sort of being chased down, but I think... Yeah, there's one left, and it's... Oh, who was the final person there? Vlandian light cavalry, wow. And Lek took him down, hero of the Sturgeons. Ooh, that was a good fight. That was a really good fight. So how did we fare? We lost one man who was a man-at-arms. Oh, that's a shame. That's one of our better troops. And we had 5 knockouts. All of my companions except Urien. We lost a Sea Raider veteran and a looter. Okay, couple of levels for our heroes. Rosalind got 3 to athletics and 10 to two-handed. Excellent. 1 to athletics for me, 1 to two-handed, and 1 to one-handed. That's a new tooltip. I like that. Good on you. Good on you, Tail Worlds, for adding in all these little, quality of life things. Okay, my name is Saint Thicolis. It's wonderful to meet you, Asta. Thank you for helping. We actually received a prisoner who we're going to take. We need the money more than we need renown at the moment. And we've received 12 prisoners. Oh, the heavens have smiled on us. Thankfully, only losing 1 troop means that we actually have quite a bit available to us. So we will be able to recruit these higher tier units, so we're going to take them on. They're not too higher tier that they're outside of our reach. In fact, we'll take all of them, and I think we're going to go ahead and ditch the low-level bandits that we have picked up. Who do we not want to keep? We actually don't have all that many low-level bandits. I spoke out of turn. We're doing pretty well. As much as it pains me, we've got enough archers for now, so those poachers can go. We need to ditch 6 more men. Okay. Unthi will be ransomed soon, so we're going to hold on to him for the moment. I think we're more likely to access the lower level troops than the higher level ones, right? So why don't we get rid of, oh, I don't know, the Barbarian. That's actually, those guys are on their own little tree. We can get rid of the Sea Raider warriors. They're good, but, you know, we have better now. And we can get rid of, oh, I don't know, the Sea Raider, and now 2 more. Just 2 more. It's tempting to ditch the Levy crossbowmen, because we have a pretty good supply. And you know what, we'll get rid of the Vlandian recruits. We've got a good batch of Vlandian troops there, and we've made ourselves... Oh, it hurts so much to leave these guys behind, but we don't have the numbers that we used to. Okay, let's pick these guys up. Excellent, a little bit of extra loot. I'm going to go and squat inside a city until I feel better about myself. And ransoming off Unthi gives us a cheeky 2,174 gold, which is perfect. Which actually, I mean, it buys us, what, 7 days in the town here, which I think we're going to use to actually just sit still, recuperate, and recruit. Because as long as we sit here, we actually, we are converting troops over. There we go, we got a new Imperial recruit just for us. I have the perk that gives our troops a little bit of experience, like a tiny bit, every single day. So just by sitting here, these troops will actually gain a few points, which would be very, very nice. We also got a level on our character. Again, just kind of sitting here was quite good. We could train militia. Maybe that's a good idea. It's a good way to get everybody's leadership skill up. We got some charm, which I put a point into charm, basically. I really need to up the skill on that. And, you know, we'll get to, where's disciplinarian? There we go, veterans respect eventually. But until we can maintain high morale or lead our own armies, we're not going to be able to get there. So for now, we sit, we wait, and we relax. We can, however, have a look at the town projects, which I'm not seeing here. I guess I haven't included that mod. Never mind. And welcome to Belgard. It's been a few days in game. I've been running around solving quests, making a bit of cash. We're now up to 16,000. We've also recruited quite a few more people, as you can see. I was able to beat up and hire a ton of looters. Actually, let's go ahead and sort this. We also, from one of the bands, got 3 sturgeon peasants. Excellent. We got 13 looters now. We have 3 infantrymen. These looters, just for full disclosure, when I sort of attacked a party of quite low numbers, they offered to surrender themselves to me. And there's an option to take them as prisoners and then recruit them that way, or there's an option to just directly hire them. And in the past episode, I had said that I would only do the prisoner recruitment one, but I tried that and then I realized I was at capacity, and I figured, you know what, actually, if we're taking on troops that we're borrowing and we're doing all this stuff and we're bending the rules as is, I figured why not, let's just go ahead and hire them directly. So we are directly hiring looters, any bandits, I guess, that we're able to intimidate into joining us. That should just speed up the playthrough a bit, because we're on episode 6 and we're still not even at 60 men. We're about to change that. We got ourselves a barbarian fighter. We're going to pick him up. And if you guys don't remember, they actually have a pretty good tree, which ends up here at the barbarian hero. Decent armor, but more importantly, look at that one-handed attack. 220. With 120 athletics, they're going to blaze around the battlefield. We have 2 more troops to upgrade, by the way, before we can go ahead and get the cash from this one. And there's actually another quest for borrowing troops just close to us here. We have a Vlandian footman we're absolutely going to pick up, another Imperial recruit, and another looter. Great, the army grows. We also have an Imperial archer, a Vlandian levy crossbowman, and a poacher. Normally I just use the recruit all button up there, but I like to show you guys the progress a little bit. And here's kind of what I was talking about. The remaining looters have asked if they can join us, and I'm going to allow it. It's just really, it's going to speed things up so much. And they're still garbage. Like, make no mistake, 20 looters is 20 nothing. It is, like, they are only useful if you massively outnumber your opponents. We have Bjorn here, who is part of the Northern Liberators. Whoa, that's a lot of troop variety. Well, Bjorn, if my previous rant was anything to go by, you'd be in terrible trouble. But apparently that's been fixed. It's actually a bit of a shame, because it did make the mismatched parties much easier to deal with. Because you could always just sort of charge in your archers, shoot at their best troops, and then retreat your archers, and then send your infantry to deal with the garbage. But I guess that is no longer quite as exploitable. Okay, so a few diplomatic events have just happened. We've gone to war with the Northern Empire, or rather Sturger has. Again, I'm just a mercenary. And Vlandia has decided to make peace with us. In fact, do we have to pay... No, we only have to pay sort of a tithe if you are a vassal. Okay, good to know. Well, here we go. 25 looters. Nothing particularly exciting. Let's go ahead and just speedrun these guys. Whoa! Man, these new maps are just so gorgeous. I've been fighting in the Sturgeon Wastes for a while now, and I'm still not seeing that much repetition. It's quite impressive. Okay, everybody, let's advance. I'm also going to put... yeah, these are just looters, so I think it's fine to allow the cavalry to charge in. We can just sort of go and harass them. Well, actually, there's not enough of you. Pull back for a moment. Horse archers, you go... Actually, you know what? Horse archers, you can skirmish. Yeah, I'm going to allow them to charge and sort of... They'll move back and forth and just skirmish. Okay, our archers are providing some nice covering fire. Here come the looters proper. There is the large group. We lost a borrowed troop. I'm actually going to pull the rest of them back then. Oh, no. All of you attack. Specifically, the borrowed troops pull out, because I actually have 4 of them upgrade. Ah, damn it, we lost another one. That's like 800 gold down the drain, but oh well. Yeah, those guys, they're done now. Okay, well, that was fine. Oh my god, we lost the Chosen Slayer. I just recruited him. Ah, these poachers. You see how useful ranged units are? Even the best ones just get knocked out. You need shields when you're playing like this. Oh well, I mean, we didn't choose them. That was just how they came to us. And we got the money for those troops. Let's go ahead and send them off. Still 2,700 silver. Hard to argue with it. 900 apiece. That would have been 3,600 if he hadn't just lost them there, but that's okay. We also got a few prisoners, nothing particularly interesting, just some more poachers and looters and junk. And now we're going to continue. Yep, looks like they actually want to fight me. The idiots. And, oh, that was quick. I didn't even have time to skip it. Okay, well, we're going to continue doing a bit of this and then see where we end up for the end of this episode. Spring has come, and with it, many prisoners have decided to join our party. As you can see over here, we've also built up a little bit of experience in that time. Our Vlandian footman is ready to grow up and leave the house and become a Vlandian infantry all of his own. Beautiful. And our Imperial infantrymen, or at least 2 of the 3, are ready to become trained infantrymen. Now, normally I'd wait for the whole stack to level up, but you know what? We need them shoulder plates. Look at that swag. God, Supreme could never. Anyway, this is what we're more interested in. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. So we have about 28 prisoners. I'm going to guess about half are going to join us here, including a veteran infantryman, which is 1 level away from becoming a legionary. I got all of this by literally just waiting for an entire month in this town. We burned through about half the food we took with us and just under half the money. So, you know, I've been holding off on recruiting them to save on the costs. And yeah, it looks like we're going to have a full army by the end of this episode. So our Vlandian infantry can come and join us, of course, with pleasure. Our Haftmen are going to be very welcome. They have nice spears and a short sword as well. We have 3 Vlandian footmen we can take on board. And damn it, I have to reset now, because if you do that, it stops them being recruited. Okay, let's click on this. We're going to upgrade our footmen, and now we can do the thing. Okay, so infantrymen, you're in. Vlandian footmen, you're in. The Haftmen are in, of course, as well. We've got more Vlandian footmen, and I did it again. God damn it. Someone stop me, please. Okay, 3 Imperial recruits in the party, 4 more looters, yes please. A Vlandian hardened crossbowman. That is a nice catch right there. Ooh, that's a good troop. Did we ever level our guys up to being sharpshooters? Yes, we have 7 of them. Now it's going to be 8, or at least pretty soon it will be. Imperial trained archers, those become Palatine archers. We have just a regular old Imperial archer. I think that brings us up to 3. Yes, it does, and we've almost got our next trained one as well. A Vlandian levy crossbowman, hopefully one day a sharpshooter, and a full 5 poachers. Gorgeous. So we are now at 87 out of 89 troops. About 20% of these are not garbage, 60% are mostly garbage, and then the rest is just looter garbage. So, you know, paying 75 bucks for, you know, a fairly small army is not too bad, I would say. So that's some good cash in the pocket. Let's go ahead and spend it. Oh, we actually have another indicator on the party screen. Oh, just by bringing these people in, we actually gained a level or 2. Interesting. Well, as always, I'm going to push the recruits straight out of recruit status because they're too vulnerable. Our footmen have a shield though, so they can stay like that. Lovely. Well, I was going to go back in here anyway to sort this, and we can have a look at our party now. So we have some decent fighters. We have some sort of Sturgeon barbarian variants. We have just a couple of infantrymen, and these Imperial trained men are going to get up there, and hopefully those Imperial recruits will make their way north as well. We have some spears and things. It's very much a sword and shield focused army at this point. Our archers are probably still the bulk, yeah, with 12 poachers. That's very much the bulk of our group. If it wasn't for these looters, I think that would be the case. And yeah, we got 2 horse archers left. But I mean, these veteran caravan guards are fantastic. They are not expensive, and they have just, oh my, the armor. Look at that. That is a full cataphract armor on that horse. That's really, it keeps them alive for a while. Okay, anyway, that's enough talking. We're going to want to go ahead and find something fun to do to end off this episode. I think we should go poke at the Imperials and see what comes out. So with the help of Fafin here, we're going to go ahead and take on some slavers. Now, these slavers are really, really powerful cavalry. As you can see, they have a raid boss, 5 chosen, 15 enslavers, and then some slaves. Slaves are essentially looters that we can recruit, but those slaver cavalry are actually pretty terrifying. So we're going to attack this. I wouldn't risk this with our 88 men, because those 15 cavalry are worth about 5 troops each. We're going to allow the AI to handle some of the fight here, and I think we're going to be doing this one in the overhead view. Okay, so we're going to want to pull the archers up onto this hill, get a bit of height advantage. Let's pull the infantrymen up forward. Our cavalry we're going to want to position up top, as well as our horse archers. They're incredibly vulnerable at this point. Okay, as you can see, it's already happened that their troops are beginning to harass our infantry. So we're going to want to make sure that we can engage them. You know what, I'm actually going to charge in my cavalry, because they are already beginning to take out looters and things. There you go. You know what we could do? We could position, let's put F1 into a square formation. Position here. F2, come on back. You guys take position over here. Okay, because I don't really want them shooting out of the woods there. That's not great. Let's bring the archers, you know what, let's bring them into the center here, just so they can take a few shots and get a little bit of cover by the infantry. Okay, infantry, I'm going to move your square over here. The enemy infantry is where? Have we taken them out already with our archers? I think we might have. Okay, lovely. So all that's left then is 4 of those troops, and we did very little. Yeah, so let's go ahead and actually charge in the archers. Infantry, you can break formation and charge in. Okay, that wasn't as painful as I was worried it might be. It looks like the AI handled the majority of the fight there. We should still get a few prisoners, though. I'm not sure how the game calculates contribution, but in my experience, it doesn't seem to matter too much how much you actually do. At least it didn't in earlier versions. Again, the game has been patched quite a bit, and this playthrough is my first one on 1.5.7. Enemies are fleeing, we won the battle. Okay, so there's 3 prisoners to take, 2 enslavers and the raid boss. Nice. We lost 1 troop who was a looter. Okay, that's okay. Looks like we only got 1 or 2 kills as well, so I have a feeling yeah, 15 gold, yeah, we got the short end of the stick. It looks like your contribution actually does matter now. Okay, well, we got a little bit of points into charm by speaking to that lord. We can actually go ahead and take on 10 of them now. Or we could fight that hideout. Don't really care to fight a hideout. Let's keep moving towards the Empire, I think. Okay, so we find ourselves in a bit of a predicament here, as we're sitting in Imperial lands outside of Boria Gora. We can actually take a hostile action to force them to give us recruits. Now, we'll have to fight a little battle, and if we win, they will give us some of the recruits from their pool, which is, this group over here. Now, that's very similar in concept to intimidating looters to join us. It's essentially intimidating the peasants into joining us. So, it's up to you guys whether or not that's something we're going to do. I don't know. Is that too much? Is that too far from being prisoners only challenge? If we're forcing people to recruit with us? I'm going to leave it up to you in the comments. But for now, we can go ahead and force them to give us supplies, at least. So we'll have to fight 22 people, and we will probably gain... Actually, hold on. What does this place sell? Flax? Nah, I don't want flax. Okay, let's keep moving, because we have some food. What do you sell? You sell raw silk. Yeah, you're not gonna have... They only give you food when you do those events, so you kind of want to fight people who have, like, food-producing villages, because then you get a lot more. What have we... what's the notification about? Oh, these looters want to join us. So now we're officially out of reinforcements. We're going to want to find a few more people to beat up on then. And we can start with these looters. So the whole time I am, of course, keeping an eye out on these castles. As you can see, Cerato's castle here has about 200 defenders, which is just too much for us to deal with at the moment. Soon we'll get there, but not yet. How close are we to clan tier 2? Very close. Okay, that gives us a huge boost to our recruitment capacity, and we can actually have companions running around in the world. Give us some of those supplies. You want to fight? Nah, not worth it. Because some of them, they'll just cave without having to fight. 300 defenders in Umbrella here, and there's no way we'd be able to besiege it before the enemy pitched up. 170 in Lokchana. Now that is actually quite an interesting concept. We might be able to take that, not with 90, but if we could go ahead and... Can we form an army? No, I need to be a vassal. Let's say we could pull in someone and get them to help us. We'd be able to take that castle, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it now. Okay, well, and they've made peace. Well, that's terrible timing. Dinar Castle over here is very lightly defended, with 49 garrison and 112 militia. Problem is, right, the bulk of our army is still garbage, as I've said 100 times now. We can look, we got 25 looters making up the majority of our infantry stack. And those militia are better than the looters in every conceivable way. Some of the looters will of course spawn with throwing weapons, which gives them quite a bit of damage potential actually, but not all of them will, and the ones that don't are less than useless. We could do a bit of trading, I guess. We could build up a bit of cash because we are now below the double digits, but unfortunately all of that is going to have to happen in the next episode. So thank you very much everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do leave your comments and suggestions regarding taking hostile actions against the peasant settlements, maybe to get some proper troops that way. Because yeah, our options are very, very limited at this point, and it's kind of slowing things down. The videos are performing well, you know, given the channel size, but if it doesn't really go anywhere, they tend to drop off quite quickly. So we need to think strategically about our rule set. Make sure it's good for the channel and good for the game. So yeah, look forward to hearing what you have to say, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.